Okay, here's something that bothers me. It's that a lot of people only think marijuana should be illegal. It's that a lot of people only think marijuana should be legal. Not every other drug should be legal. The cocaine, the crack, the meth, the heroin, that should stay illegal. According to these people. Hold on, my cat. The tobacco and alcohol, that's okay, or at least most people that think only weed should be legal. I mean, I can't talk. Most people that think only weed should be legal also think alcohol and tobacco should be legal too. You know, the already legal drugs should be legal, and weed should be legal in addition to that. But everything else should stay illegal. Stop getting that. Sorry, she keeps biting the thing. It's the tripod. So I have a problem with this. Oh, some people even think marijuana should be the only legal recreational drug. But anyways, I have a problem with this. I have a problem with marijuana, that only marijuana should be legalized. Because, one, there's still a black market for the other drugs. Two, you have the right to put whatever you want in your body, whether it be safe or not. Three, it still means consequences for using the legal drugs. Whether it be you just go to prison like the current system, or you get forced rehabilitation, you get in trouble for having these drugs, and that's bullshit. Let's remember, if the other drugs stay illegal, there's still a black market. There's still a black market for crack, cocaine, meth, heroin, and ketamine, whatever the fuck that is, and some others. There's still a black market for that, if they remain illegal. You know, it just goes without saying that if you prohibit something, you create opportunity and motivation for crime to provide that thing illegally. You know, that just goes without saying. Everyone knows it by now. Everyone should know it by now. And yet people still want these bad drugs, these bad narcotics, these bad recreational substances illegal still, and that's bullshit. They need to be legal. I mean, there's still problems with gangs selling heroin, meth, cocaine, crack. So, they need to be made legal to eliminate that black market, to eliminate the power for that gang. I mean, and what's up with keeping up prohibition for these hard drugs? Alcohol didn't work. Tobacco's never been illegal. Marijuana, the only drug they want legal. That didn't work either with prohibition. People still take it, people still sell it, smoke it, grow it even, make it, you know, transport it. It didn't work with that, so why treat the other drugs differently? Because they're not safe? Well, here's the thing. You have the right to put whatever you want in your body, whether it be safe or not. I mean, if a stoner is allowed to take a hit from a bong, then why not a junkie be allowed to take a stab from a needle, an injection from a needle? You know, why are stoners special? Why are stoners so special? You know, what? Because weed doesn't harm you? Because it just makes you laugh and have the munchies and have red eyes and stuff and cotton mouth? Is that why it gets to be legal and not like cocaine or crack? Because those can make you mad and ruin your heart, your blood flowing, mental thinking? Is that why? Because then that's not fair then. I mean, yeah, these drugs suck and they're bad, but a stoner shouldn't be free to use their drug just because it's safe. It's like, what? It's because stoners are funny, you know, and everything. Stoners are so peaceful, stoners are funny, junkies are so awful and intense and anxious. Well, they have a right to that, to take the drug. Favoritism is never fair, so why have it with anything, especially the drugs? You're going to be leaving a lot of people out that take these hard drugs, junkies, because they're not allowed to. If they want to take drugs, If they want to have that be legal and not get in trouble for it, they have to be stoners. They have to use weed for a recreational drug in order not to get in trouble. How does that sound? That's not fair. It's not fair at all. So it seems like a paradigm shift has happened with society, with general view on drugs. It's gone from pretty much everything to everything should be illegal in terms of narcotics / recreational substances, to only the dangerous stuff should be illegal. And yeah, keep alcohol and tobacco legal. According to them, alcohol has already been tried for prohibition, and tobacco has never been legalized in the U.S. as a whole, probably never will. It's too part of a culture, government gets lobbies off of it. It wouldn't really do well for the war on drugs compared to the other drugs, getting the government money and revenue and power. Tobacco wouldn't work that well. It works well banning the other drugs, but it's better for the government to keep tobacco legal than illegal. You can have fun legalizing those narcotics if you're the government, but tobacco, it does so much more for you if it's legal. But anyways, I think they should all be legal. The stuff right now that's legal right now, alcohol and tobacco, and the emerging marijuana, to just, cocaine, meth, heroin, crack, ketamine, and anything else, Just, society doesn't get to determine what drugs a person can and can't use. And I'm a bit tired of hearing the argument that these drugs are dangerous and will get you to kill other people. Not necessarily. There's a John Stossel video that said, only 30 million people suffer from these drugs, and even less are violent from them. Yeah, it harms your body, but it doesn't necessarily harm your stability towards others. Some people snort cocaine, just want to snort cocaine. What a concept, What a revelation. They don't get violent off it. They get harmed health-wise off of it, but they don't get violent off of it. That's all that matters. That's all that matters, is they don't get violent off of it. And even if they do, you don't take the drug away from everyone. You just deal with the people who are violent, that have committed violence, who happen to be under the influence of that drug. Take them away, maybe even take the drug away, but don't do it for everyone. That's stupid. One person abuses it, therefore everyone abuses it, therefore we gotta take it away from everyone. That's the logic. That's dumb. Forced rehabilitation, that's stupid, because what if they don't want to get better? Isn't it up to a person to decide whether they want to get better or not, whether to take the steps for getting better? Shouldn't it be an independent step thing? Is that just someone babysitting you, forcing it into you? Shouldn't it be your independence to get better off these drugs? Shouldn't you own it? Own your body, own your experience, own your actions. Shouldn't you, own it, not have other people do it for you? I mean, sure, make rehabilitation, available, but don't force it. I mean, please don't force it. It's not a good idea. The jail time thing's also stupid too. Obviously, it's still the war on drugs. So I'm in jail for snorting some cocaine. Yeah, but then they get sent away in cuffs because they snorted cocaine. Which is stupid. It'll ruin your nose, but should it ruin your record, your criminal record? I don't think so. It's your body, it's what you do with your time in your life. Nobody has the right to take that away from you. I live in Austin, Texas, which is a pretty liberal city in, Travis County. It's a liberal county. And just about everyone I run into thinks marijuana should be legal, but not the hard drugs. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating. People at my college think marijuana should be legal, but when I go on move on to hard drugs and say, hey, those should be legal too. They go, what? No way. And no, so I was volunteering at a church one time, and those guys I was volunteering with, they thought the hard drugs should be illegal too. And I'm like, well, if they want to do heroin, that's their business. And it kind of like one of them said, yeah, I can see how you feel that way. It's like, you can put all the heroin you want in your heart, it's their business, but it should still be illegal. Well, I feel disappointed because it shows the society that people still feel they have the right to control your life, you know, however it benefits them. You know, like, it'll make society better, safer, healthier, whatever, but I say screw that. I have rights, I'm not going to give them up. I have a right to be good to myself, and I have a right to be bad to myself. I have a right to exist how I want, as long as I don't harm others. What a thought. Well, the cartels, the Mexican cartel was run by fucking El Chapo Guzman, who's a big asshole. Make a lot of profit off of weed. They still make a lot of profit off of the other hard drugs. So I want, and hopefully you want, everyone wants that guy to be out of power. Actually, I think pretty much everyone wants him out of power. There's like no argument over that. So we want him out of power. I'll just say we. And to do that, you gotta legalize the drugs. Oh, sorry, the cat's jumping on me. El Chapo's still powerful. He's in prison right now, but a lot of his henchmen, I guess, are out on the open, still running the business despite their master, their boss, their kingpin being held behind bars. And who knows, he could escape again. He's escaped twice at least. So, in order to make that guy a lot less powerful right now, you gotta end prohibition for anything. And I'm not just talking drugs, I'm talking guns, prostitution, you know, what have you. It should be legal. It's a material good or service. What's up with this ban stuff thing? We gotta ban it and keep people safe. And I'm like, no, it doesn't keep people safe. It does that. It does the exact opposite. Sorry, the cat's really getting on my nerves. No, it doesn't keep people safe. It does the exact opposite. And you don't have to keep citing prohibition as an example, though. It does make sense to, since that was like the biggest instance of banning something and having it fail. You can just mention right now it's not working, but people still don't get it. They still think marijuana should be the only legal drug because not only is it safe, it also has medical uses. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome, that's true, it has medical uses, but is that the only justification other than it's safe to legalize it? Is it has medical uses and the other drugs don't? I heard cocaine has a very limited medical use. But other than that, you know, why should a drug have to have medical uses and be safe recreationally to be legal? Society isn't my life coach, my babysitter, or my parent, you know? I get to make decisions, and even if I can't make them well, so what? It doesn't give someone else the right to step in my shoes and be a boss. I'm not trying to sound mean or anything. I mean, I'm just saying that these are rights, we have to assert them. You know, people can be good intentioned, but, you know, as the old saying goes, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, you know? If I don't want to get better, if I want to take bad drugs and inadvertently harm myself, then I have the right to do that. I have to want, you see, I have to want to become a good person. I have to want to accomplish things, and I have to want to take the effort to do that. Nobody's gonna make me take the effort to accomplish things. They can make you go to school, but you have to decide to do the work they throw in front of you. Which I did. I wish I could have been homeschooled, I wish I could have been private school, but I had to be public school because my parents could only afford that. You know, with tax dollars and such. And they didn't think I should be homeschooled. They thought I needed socialization. And private school is always a question because of how expensive it is. And plus, if you don't go, you get in trouble. So, there's that. I had to decide to do the work. I could have just failed all I wanted. But, no, I decided, yeah, this is forced and this is bullshit, but at least it offers some value for me. So I'll do it. Now, you have to, whether forced or not, you have to take the opportunity to make something out of it. If someone forces you to be off drugs, and you have to take the opportunity to stay clean and not take advantage of any opportunity to still keep taking the drugs. You can still get narcotics in prison, by the way. Doesn't seem like those prisoners are trying to fulfill their rehabilitation. You know, taking drugs in prison even. But hey, so what? You know, you gotta live your life. You gotta accomplish things for yourself. You gotta be free. And if people are just doing things for you, then not only are you not free, but you're not independent. You're not accomplishing things for yourself. You're not earning things for yourself. You're just having everyone push you around, do things for you, and that's not right. That's not truly being an accomplished adult. No, it's not. So, Portugal decriminalized drugs in around 2001, 2002, and had great results. Drug use went down. Crime went down. A lot of people got better with rehabilitation. It was good. Drugs are still semi-legal, of course, because decriminalization just means you get in less trouble for it, but it got better, and yet people still want to keep these narcotics illegal, which doesn't help anyone but the elite. And furthermore, people have to want to be healthy. I mean, there's all these fat people running around. All these skinny people running around even. And they have to want to get stronger and do it. They have to want to get stronger and do it, do the exercise and to get better. And once you force them to exercise, I mean, if we force people to go to school, we might as well force people to exercise and eat right. You know, because that's kind of the direction it's going in, you know, where you force people to become better individuals, where you force people to become good citizens, where you force people to accomplish things when really they should be doing that work all on their own. They can have some voluntary help, sure, but nothing forced. And I believe healthy people are beneficial to society because, hey, they work longer, they live longer, they work longer. And less medical bills to pay if you have, like, you know, socialized medicine, if you still take these people in if they're unhealthy and stuff. That's beneficial. But it's not right. The government getting involved in things doesn't work well either, so why babysit people? Why babysit? Why life coach them? Why be their parent when it doesn't even work in the grand scheme of things? You might as well let people get better themselves if it ever comes to it, you know? Because that's what people need to do. They need to be independent. They don't need the government to, you know, hold their hand and do things for them. Okay, I hope I'm not repeating myself too much. I just feel like there's more to say, and I'm racking my brains, trying to find out what else there is to say. Ever since narcotics became illegal, crime has gone up. I think people should realize that so they can legalize it to make crime go down. You'll have all these less gangs, all these less shootings, all these less racketeering, robbery, and burglary, and prostitution, and drug selling from the gangs, and even gun smuggling. Because gangs need resources to run. They need people, they need guns, they need merchandise, collateral drugs, whatever to sell. If you take away the drug market problem, make it so it goes to the white market, and gangsters can't go into that white market, they can only stay stuck to the black market, then they'll run out of power, since the black market will be nearly eliminated at least. Nearly. There might still be some, you know, without tax, unlicensed sales and stuff, but it'll be greatly reduced, because now you just go to the white market to buy these drugs instead of the shady, violent dealers. Or there are some safe drug dealers, there are some peaceful ones, but you also have all these dangerous ones that should be eliminated, for sure. The white market will be more formal and focused on a few people rather than just everyone jumping on the bandwagon for the black market for drugs. And since there's no central power of people to provide the drugs, no white market, then everyone just has to get in the bandwagon. And of course there's a white market, because there's a white market, very few people would have the resources to match it to get involved. You can't have an average Joe making a lot of money off of narcotics if they're legal with a professional white market, with professional stores and suppliers and manufacturers. With the black market, there's no central power, so everything goes. Sure, you got some big gangs that are more powerful than others, like No Chocolate Guzman's, but other than that, there's no central power. There's no central economic power. Supply and demand, so people pretty much just go everywhere to everybody, anywhere and everywhere they can to get these drugs. Whereas if there's a white market, there'd be just some select stores to go to, rather than having to go everywhere and anywhere to get them. I don't think too many people could jump on a bandwagon for white market. Black market, sure, it's unregulated, it's illegal, anything goes, anyone can join. But if it's white market, it's regulated. Not everything goes. Only people that match certain qualifications can join, resource-wise, legal-wise. And so that shoves a lot of people out. That shuts a lot of people out. And if a black market where, hey, you want to sell drugs? You want to sell guns? All you have to do is get some somehow, find some customers, and sell them. Whereas if you have a white market, want to sell some drugs or some guns, you gotta meet zoning regulations. You gotta rent some space for a store. You gotta get licenses. You gotta pay taxes. That's a big one, taxes. You choose to tax the now legal, once illegal drugs. How many gangbangers can do that? Whether, you know, now or even before they even got into a gang. How many of them would be able to do that if they were all formalized? I don't think a whole lot would. So, point is, marijuana, in addition to the other drugs, should be legal. Yeah, I'm just checking that recording time. So, should I say we legalize? I mean, should I say we legalize the drugs? Because I'm not sure if I can literally say we. I'm against the war on drugs, but I haven't really protested against it, so I can't really say we legalize drugs and we reduce the crime. Okay, I just say they can legalize drugs and reduce the crime. What the heck, I just say we. If we legalize drugs, well, we'll reduce a lot of the crime. And there will be less victims, less criminals, more self-defense. It'd be easier to deal with. Crime would be easier to contain. Because there's less opportunity for it, and less motivation to do it. If there's legalization and no illegalization. So yeah, prohibition increases motivation, and, I mean, opportunity and motivation for crime. It gives something for people to do, to make money, illegally of course. If you eliminate that, then they have to make money some other way. And at least not this way, since they eliminated the opportunity, at least for the most part. I hope the war on drugs ends, because it really needs to. It's been going on long enough. Los Angeles is still a very dangerous city in California with the gangs, and And don't get me started on Chicago and Illinois. That's still pretty fucking dangerous. Because, well, guess what? Drugs are still legal. Heck, even a bunch of guns are illegal in Chicago. And they call for even more gun control. Even though that's already been well established to not fucking work. So, I guess I'll wrap it up by saying, if you're willing to control other people by wanting to make decisions for them, even healthy decisions, then you're not like a good person. Like, you're not living in a free society or letting people have a free society. You gotta allow people to fail. You gotta allow people to screw up. You gotta allow people to just be themselves, for better or for worse. So that's what being free is. I mean, it may not lead up to much, it may not accomplish much. It's like we let them fail, well, that's a sad end, but it's what has to be done. And who knows, maybe they can succeed on their own, but, you know, above it all else, you gotta let people be free. Truly free. You know, if you're not doing harming anyone else, if you're not doing a punishment to someone, then let them be free. You know, that's not letting them, let them be free. So, yeah, that's it. Legalize the damn drugs already.